Hello. So I made a video a couple of days ago. Unbeknownst to me, it's about the crisis in Ilorin right now in Kwara State, Nigeria. And I hope by now maybe more people know about this. And I hope that we can tell a story. I believe it will be documented in our history. So when I look at religion generally, I always look at it like, when you see the thing that people almost preach in each sphere of religion, like, oh, this is what we do, or like, we are the religion of this, let me say, what they choose to identify by. It usually is something they're struggling with. For instance, say Babalawos, or should I say Ifa priests, let's just say traditional religion. You see, when they come out, they'll say, Ifa onika shika, or something like that. Or that means, Ifa didn't say we should be mean to people or do evil. And they always advocate, these are traditional gods, or whichever one, whether it's Shango or whichever one. Or if I did not say we should do evil, if I did not say, like, we always use our powers for good. And why do you think that? Because somehow a lot of people are using the powers for evil, right? In the Christendom, what do we do? What do we preach? Love. God is love. God is love. God is love. And why is that? Because, God is love, unity. Guess what? Why? Because if there's a faith that appears to be very divided, I say appears to be because ultimately we're not divided. We have our differences, but we're not divided. But if there's a faith that has the appearance of disunity and that we don't love each other, it's Christianity, isn't it? Exactly. And so in Islam, what is the religion of? Religion of peace. So if this same applies to Ifa and to Christianity, is it not also then that if Islam is a religion of peace, that chances are there is really no peace, as in you are struggling with it? So it's almost like, it's like when I come and I say, I am strong, I am blessed, I am, how you make confessions of faith, I am strong, I am, I am great, I am this, I am that. What are those things you're doing? Things you're trying to affirm, things that you struggle with. You're trying to affirm things that you don't exactly have it yet, but you really want to have it. Because you feel, if I say it, then maybe I can project it to myself. And the same thing, many of these religions, we say, let's keep saying it because we can project it to our followers, to our congregation. So, with this Ilorin crisis, I have, there's a school of thought that says that, the government took over the schools, and so because of that, they are public schools. They are fully public schools, right? And so literally the church has no say because they are complete public schools. That's the argument right now, that they're fully public schools. And before I really delve into this, I want to say that I am not for all these religious divisions, because this is just, I'm telling you, I've actually been commending the governor, because even though I heard that, for the powers that be did not let him do anything. I think it was like the riots with the coronavirus that made that kind of helped him, maybe got people to hands off, or maybe they couldn't, maybe the people that were against him, they died or something, I don't know. But somehow around when the coronavirus lockdown stuff happened, he seemed like it's like whatever hand was holding him back kind of removed, and he started doing things. And I commended it. I didn't say, oh, he's a Muslim, of course. I don't know. Some people say his wife is a Christian. I have no idea. I cannot confirm that yet. And I don't care. But I was like, okay, good. At least finally he's doing something. And I was like, which is just to show that God can use anybody. So forget all these, oh, somebody has to be a Christian or all that. A Christian can get there, and the same way the Republicans are blocking Democrats here in America, the Muslims can block a Christian in office. So God can work through anyone. So let's not believe that, oh, it's only when specific people are in office. God still rules in the affairs of men. So when we are talking about this whole situation, I remember, and I know so many of my colleagues' parents or my friends' parents that we grew up together, my fellow church members, and I know that this is the case in so many other churches. We were contributing money for years. I know for sure for Equa Secondary School. Even Bingham University. Are you telling me that one day Bingham University, I think ours is Bingham, I believe. Sorry if I'm wrong. At least I actually was wearing this today, not because of anything, but I was wearing it, and I just decided to use this t-shirt to do this video, because I just felt, you know what? There's always a reason for everything. But in this day and age, if you say something that say a gay person doesn't approve of, first thing they say is you're homophobic. If you say something that a Muslim doesn't agree with, first thing they accuse you is you are Islamophobic. Funny thing is that of all the things that they have said about Christianity, nobody has ever coined the word Christianophobic. Why? I mean, what happened there? Why is it that some people just, you cannot say anything, nothing can be wrong with nothing. Nobody can disagree with you. It's always is you bring up Islamophobic. You can be arguing that, hey, why is your grass dirtying my lawn, or I don't even know. You could argue about it. Why did you break my pencil? You are Islamophobic. Really? I can't come at you and say what you're doing is not good. Oh, I'm Islamophobic. People need to stop being afraid of speaking their mind. People need to stop. Obviously, some people are not afraid of speaking their mind, because some guy from Munich, I don't want to stop to search his name, but this guy from Munich, I read the article earlier, actually said, oh, Ken, you forgot, I guess, like you forgot all the battles we won in the past. Oh, you are in for another one. Really, is that a threat to God? Are you threatening God? Because, I know you think you're threatening Ken, but, and let me say this. Let's say the threat is towards Ken. Let me tell you, and I pray that many people see this. Pastors or whoever, the people, Christians, if you are in charge and maybe you are the ones in these things and you have skeletons in your closet and they threaten to expose it, please expose it, because the church will be cleansed. Let me tell you, everybody has skeletons in their cupboard. Everybody. I'm not those who know me very well know I'm the first person to speak against anyone with skeleton, at least anyone that I have the time to discuss, that I will speak against the skeleton in the cupboard. And I know I have spoken many times about us Christians trying to sweep things under the rug, because that is not what we are. That is not who we are. So if they come to you and they say, you stole 10,000, well, we expose you so that if you don't do what we say, please let them expose it. Let them expose it. And I'm doing this video because I want to challenge. Look, I've had friends who are Muslims who are telling me that I'm wrong. That they have not said it directly that I'm Islamophobic, but they have kind of implied it. That I don't just want Muslims to wear hijab. When did we look? If you go to Ilorin, hijab everywhere. So who is really stopping Muslims from wearing hijab? Who? Everywhere is hijab. I mean, so who is really stopping it? But are you telling me that, okay, so a church and a school are together because the church started the school, and all of a sudden, please, so are you telling me that somebody can just come to my house and take my house and say the government took it? I know. So are we saying every time the government is right just because, the government is favoring some people? Are we not the same people that keep abusing the government? Government, they did this wrong. They did that wrong. This government, they don't know what they are doing. But all of a sudden it favors you and then you're cool with it? All of a sudden it favors you? When the government said they will take people's money from their accounts, did we not all say it was stealing? So now they want to take churches. I remember even though I was not old enough to contribute, but I know that my father contributed every month to Ekwa Secondary School. And those who may still be alive today can still, and I'm sure that there was still continuous contribution. I know I left probably before I could, I didn't really stay in Ilorin once I started working much. So I didn't get to do that. But I know fully well that my father contributed very well to Ekwa Secondary School, as I am sure that many of these other schools, the contributions were from the sweat of innocent Christians. Or maybe you can call them guilty if you want. But it was from their sweat. So is the government planning to return all the money we contributed? Because they are paying teachers, if the government comes and say, please, we want everybody to be able to attend this school, so we'll be paying you salary for the teachers, and we'll also be sending some teachers to you in return. And Christians in good faith decide, sure, let's not be, because so what if they had said no? If they really hated Muslims like you all seem to keep claiming, why would they agree to such a thing? Why? Because somebody said, they did it for both Christian and Muslim school. Well, do you know why the Muslim school is not saying anything right now? Because, it's not against their faith. Why do you Muslims get to decide what is against the Christian faith? Why? Because I know today I cannot put my hand on top of a Quran. I can't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know all the rules of your faith. Why do you think you know all the rules of mine? We preach peace. We are the religion of peace. Please, be peaceful. Respect other people's religion. You want everybody to respect your religion, then respect others. We already know, yes, you are the one in government. You have installed everybody. You have installed the VC at Ilorin. You have installed, the emir is literally the one that sends VC to Ilorin. Should Christian be like, you people are so against Christians? In many departments in Ilorin, so many. I've heard stories of where they will send somebody. They will just say the emir sent somebody to replace competent people that have probably been there for years. Because why? The emir sent them. I was looking at one of the news feeds on channel television, and this guy was actually saying, "I don't understand. I don't understand. Ilorin, Kwara is a Muslim state." I said, "When? Who made Kwara an Islamic state? Please tell me. Is it the day they did the emir because they put emir?" A land that they stole from Yoruba, or they try to, let me say, well, obviously they are trying to steal it now. The Christians in Jos, when did they ever cry Christianophobic? When they are being killed all the time. Advocacy groups in the Islamic kingdom, please advocate for the Christians in Jos, the Christians in Kaduna, the Christians in Sokoto. Just because one is not being as, one is trying to be diplomatic, doesn't mean that, we don't have a religion. We do. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it is not offensive to the Christian religion. You may not understand it as a Muslim, and that's okay. We don't expect you to. But you can't come and dictate what our religion says. You can't do that. Every time this whole issue of school belongs to the government. No, the government didn't build these schools. They came and said, we would like to have inclusivity so that you allow our kids to come to this school. Well, little did they know that. Obviously, so let's even assume that let's say two fathers, since they are not that far gone, it's 1970. In the 1970s, that the agreement happened. It wasn't a takeover. Well, obviously, now we realize we're trying to take over. But obviously, maybe let's even assume that our two fathers, they let us down by agreeing to this thing. So, if we don't agree, then what? You gonna kill? Or what? Please, this diplomacy, this peace you are preaching, come on. I challenge, please, Muslims that believe in peace, that truly believe in peace, speak up. People will remember the silence more than they remember the ones who were shouting, the thousands who were shouting. They will remember the ones who stay silent. Because you can believe something in your heart that is true and never say it out loud and say, it's not my fault. In America, how do you think they were able to use Christianity to murder black people? Because some white people kept quiet. And the ones that tried to speak were shot up, either killed, hanged, just like black people. Let's not go there. This is a Western world, literally, this is like a plan. This is literally what the West wants. For so much that Islam doesn't like the West, they are literally using their playbook. Accuse people, you are evil, you are this. Come on. I can't go into a mosque and say, I don't want to cover my head. I don't want to cover. In fact, there's and I don't think I want to say the country anyway, but there's actually a country that, it's actually a huge tourist attraction, but it so happens to be like a Muslim community. And these people said that the tourists they are wearing clothes that is not allowed by Islam, and so they are warning them, and they are going to fine find the hotel, not the tourists. They're going to find the hotel. So in short, they're saying, hotel, if you don't want your guests to stop dressing, say because it's close to a beach, so they maybe, I guess, they can't wear I mean, obviously they are so vague in the thing, but obviously they can't wear what's it called, bathing suits there because it's exposing their body. Muslims, please, I am using God to beg you. I'm using the God that you serve to beg you. We know that some things are not within your religion, but just because some other people think it's okay, walk away. Walk away. If you want community so that you can do anything, like you said, like Ojaoba area now, we know that area, like Emia's area, is already like mostly Muslim community. So you can flog people there. We have not even don't even have advocacy group for that one yet. Maybe we should start advocacy group so that people can walk past without problem. And despite that, it doesn't mean that it's not the same people. Okay, we shout. Is it not the same school? It's not the same schools that are shut down, that are on strike, that they would refuse to pay teachers, and blah, 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 blah. Ejeka Shorawa. May God bless you.